First, can you please introduce yourself and share why you're here today?
My name is Shlomo Diamond. I'm here today because we have a big problem in the whole world, not just the United States of America. In most parts of the world, the evil people, they feel very guilty if they are doing themselves. They feel very guilty if they see normal people still exist. So what they do want to do is they want to force in everybody to an evil, sick, sinful life. Now, when any Jewish people are supporting this, besides the etzem Isser for itself, and besides the consequences from hell, they also call a big Chilul Hashem and causing anti-Semitism. But the Goyim, but they do want to bring back the United States on the right track to teach the children what is evil, and what is normal. Especially the more Orthodox people are, and they support these things, it's causing more people should sin, and it's causing more people should believe that you cannot overcome it. And the more they're encouraging, the more they destroy the ability to control this desire.
Your sign makes a strong statement. Can you explain the message you're trying to convey?
The one is that because the Haroin of Hashem is so big, for what I just told you, so Hashem wants always to come out and speak for Hashem, like in Sidon. What would the time of Hashem give this big punishment for Sidon by Moira? The Rashi says, because nobody came out in public and protest against it. This means that even one of them will protest outside in the street, Hashem wouldn't give this big punishment.
You described the existence of an LGBTQ club at Yeshiva University as a Chilul Hashem. Can you elaborate on what you mean by that and why you believe this qualifies?
It's very simple. If we are the chosen people, what God chose and He gives them the Torah, and we have to obey God's rules, and we go against it, we uproot it. If we go with the left is not possible in the United States. What do you need to explain any more than this? How wrong this is?
Your sign references the Torah and the history of Yeshiva University's Roshei Yeshiva. In your view, how does this issue contradict their legacy?
Because there was, I have another sign that says, I heard that Rabbi Aaron Soloveitchik said, when it was a shine in the law school, putting in a gay club, he said they rather close the whole school than to have such a club in the school. So it's much more so to have it in a yeshiva.
Some might argue that creating a space for LGBTQ students in a religious institution helps them stay connected to their Jewish identity rather than pushing them away. How do you respond to that?
If Hashem gives such a strong punishment for those kind of things, Aroyas is one of the things, Gilu Aroyas, Shvichas Domam,
and Sheker.
And Avodah Zarah, Avodah Zarah is Yeherek Vel Yava. You know what Yeherek Vel Yava means, yes? Rather you should choose somebody who wants to kill you, to force you to be over of this kind of things, to violate this kind of virus, rather you should get killed and not to do it. So it's no excuse for that this is going to help. If you're going against Hashem's rules, it's not going to help. This is what we have in Parshas Shalach. We remember this. Havoras pi Hashem lo yitzlach. You cannot help while violating God's idea. God created the world, everything, and He knows what could help or damage His creations.
Are you advocating for Yeshiva University to reverse its recognition of the LGBTQ student club? If so, what specific action would you like the administration to take?
They should just say, I don't know if they could lie that they didn't mean this, but they should say, or should they say that it was not true, like they try to say, or they say they have charata, we regret what we did. Very simple.
Do you believe that opposing the club and its members could potentially cause harm to vulnerable students? How do you balance that concern?
It's not going to harm them. It's the same thing what I told you before. The really thing is, if they believe in Hashem, and they believe in the Emunah Shalayim, in Metzias Hashem Yisborach, and they believe what we say in what the Rambam, one of the 39 Imams, an Imamim b'Emunah Shalayim, Shabayr Yisborach Shemay Goyim Tov L'Shoyim L'Mitzvoysav. Iman Ish L'Oiver Mitzvoysav. He gives schar for somebody follows Hashem's rules, and he punishes who don't follow Hashem's rules, he violates his rules. The more you think of it, the more you go in, the more every person will try to control the sexual desire of this. He will try to control, like everybody. We are human beings. Everybody has to control and try to control till they will control. If you suffer somebody when they're doing wrong, would you accept when somebody have a typhus of Ritzicha, let's say, to kill people? You tell him, you know what? You make him uncomfortable if you tell you're not allowed to do it. Will you accept such a thing? No. This is the same thing. Same thing. Somebody has a typhus to steal. There was matter. If you hold with Trump, Hashem will help, they wouldn't do it anymore. They allowed for people to go to steal in the stores, yes. They allowed grocery stores and pharmacy stores. They're stealing and killing, yes. They say this. If you want to stop them, this is discrimination. So what do you think? You are making feeling people offended because you tell them, or you have to? I don't know. I want to know one thing: you cannot steal, you cannot kill, and you cannot do whatever you want. This means that I take away something from him. No, they take away something from us, and we try to control them. And if you cannot do that, you have to have patience to teach them. Instead of just to say no, you have to teach them. Yeah? You have to make a club over here inside in how to teach people, how to give Yiras Shamayim, what Chazal said about it, what many Svorim spoke about it, about the strong Israel doing this kind of things. And the Torah gives the biggest oynish for this.
And the last question, is there anything else you'd like the Yeshiva University administration, the students, or the public to understand about your presence here today?
Yes, I would like people should know what I'm here today. And I will ask you a favor. I will appreciate you very much. The more you will be you will fast sometimes. You put it out in public, the biggest mitzvah they have. Because Techocha, Chazal says when there is an Haroin of Hashem, Hashem's anger, what cools off the Haroin of Hashem is, you come out and you speak against it, like I just told you before. In Sodom, when even one person will come out and go against the whole agenda in Sodom, Gomorrah, and Dora Mabu, Hashem wouldn't bring this oynish to turn over Sodom, Gomorrah.
Wow. Thank you very much for agreeing to this interview.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. And I hope to Hashem that everybody will understand. You have to make institutes to teach the people how mitzad rochnias, what a big sin this is. And you also have many things what the government said that the CDC used to tell many things before, but now they don't say it anymore. How many diseases this cause. If a person knows how much diseases this cause, many people will control their desire. So we have punishments from Hashem straight, and we have diseases also what Hashem says in a normal way, in B'derech HaTeva. It's caused a lot of diseases, and all the left people who want to force in the schools to teach those things, they shut everybody's mouth with force that you couldn't speak about, not just from the religious aspect, even from a health aspect, you cannot speak about it. So this is mamish, this is communism, I don't know what to call it. And maybe I don't remember, I told you before, this caused a lot of anti-Semitism. Because the Goyim wants to be good, many Goyim wants to be good, they want to have out all this garbage from the schools. And when they see religious people are doing this and supporting this, they say, what are the Jewish people? What happened to them? They are God-chosen people. Why are they doing it?
What's your response to the rabbis at this university that say that this club is not a LGBTQ club, but rather it is a club for students that identify with LGBTQ, but there is rabbis and Orthodox, influences that are governing the affairs of the club?
Let me tell you something. I ask you something. If somebody will make an alila, I don't know, alila is not a bilbo. Somebody will say that you or I do something wrong. and they will put it in the New York Times. That's and other public places. And millions of people read it. And will you keep your mouth shut? You say no. They tell that I killed persons again. I don't say anything. I don't know what goes on. Make yourself like a kama shine dialishly, yes? No, they have to come out and say. We sue the New York Times because they say on us a thing what we never said. This is the normal thing to do. And if they don't do it because they can't do it because it's not true, they should at least regret in public.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's clear for you. And I hope you publicize this the most powerful you can. Would you do me such a favor?
Yes, I would look to edit it and see if it's fit for...
Not just over here, but can I ask you a favor if you could send it to one of my friends?